Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to another video in our hedge fund series. So we have been discussing hedge fund strategies, and we discussed about the global macro strategy and the contra strategy and quantitative strategies. And we also discussed about mental strategies also, which is a mix of quant as well as fundamental analysis deployed by companies like D. Shaw. So today we're going to discuss about Edward Thorpe. Edward Thorpe is a very legendary figure in the quantitative finance, and he has written the book called "Beat the Market." And Edward O. Thorpe is the pioneer. Is a legendary figure known for the quantitative finance, and he has developed mathematical models to beat the blackjack and the stock market. Okay, so has written few books called Beat the Dealer. So this is, you know, he was the first person to mathematically prove that blackjack could be beaten using card counting. So this is a strategy that he devised for playing back blackjack optimally. It's called card counting systems, like high-low cards. They'll keep a track of, and his this system has basically revolutionized entire casino gambling. He forced casinos to change the rules, like changing multiple decks and frequent shuffling, and widely regarded as he is the father of card counting, basically. Okay. Other than that, he also wrote a book called "Beat the Market," which is, we should say, a pioneer in the field of quantitative investing. And this "Beat the Market" actually introduced things like warrant pricing and arbitrage strategies. And he also wrote a book called "A Man for All Markets," which is his own autobiography and philosophical insight into life and methods. Key concepts that he introduced are market neutral strategy, eliminating market risk by balancing long and short positions, convertible bond arbitrage, finding mispriced securities relative to one another, statistical arbitrage, using quantitative models to find pricing inefficiencies. And he was the first, he formed the first quantitative hedge fund, which is Princeton Newport Partners in 1970s, which consistently generated high returns with low risk and annualized returns of over 15% for decades. And he has been a mentor and inspiration to many of the today's top quants like Jim Simmons from Renaissance Fund, and he's also actually an inspiration for Kenneth Griffin of Citadel. Actually, Kenneth Griffin started his trading by reading this book called "Beat the Market" and deploying the convertible bond arbitrage strategies. So, why is Edward Thorpe so influential? Because he used a mathematics first approach. He used probability, statistics, and game theory to analyze and exploit systems, and he bridged gambling and investing, basically. So, he treated both the gambling and investing as a problems of edge plus risk management. So, only when you have edge and when you manage your risk, then only you can make profit in both these uh, systems, basically. And he is known for ethics and humility. So he advocated for rational investing, transparency, and intellectual honesty. So yeah, so this is all given by ChatGPT to me, and so I asked ChatGPT to break down, his models, basically his stock market strategies and blackjack models. Let's not getting into the blackjack model. Basically, is card counting method. So 2 to 6 cards is +1, 7 to 9 is 0, and 10 to 8 the high cards is -1. Okay, and they basically what they do. This is not applicable now, but in the olden days, this method could be used to beat blackjack. Okay, so running count is sum of values which as of the cards are dealt, and yeah, basically this basically is a probability thing. When true count is high, many tens and aces are left. You we need to increase your bets because we have edge. When true count is low, bet we should bet the minimum or sit out. So that is what is the strategy. Okay, but coming to stock market, his strategies are convertible bond arbitrage, so which he has introduced and beat the market, and which has even inspired Citadel Kenneth Griffin also. So convertible bond arbitrage strategy, what it does is you need to you basically buy a convertible bond. So convertible bond is a bond that you have an option to convert to stock. So that's what a convertible bond is basically. It is a bond which will give you fixed interest. At the same time, you have an option to convert it into a stock. Okay, so that's what a convertible bond is. You will buy this convertible bond of a company, and then you will short the underlying stock. So you'll short the stock and you will buy the bond, and you'll capture arbitrage profit due to mispricing between the bond and the stock. So that's what the strategy of convertible bond arbitrage is. Then the next one, which he has pioneered, is statistical arbitrage or pairs trading. So, for suppose let's identify two correlated stocks like Coke and Pepsi, both are correlated. So when one diverges abnormally from the other, okay, then what we do is we short the expensive and one, and we buy the cheaper one, basically. And for example, if Coke is trading at 500 and Pepsi is trading at 450, then what we do is we short the 500 Coke one and we buy the Pepsi 451. This mean reversion brings profit where the price when the prices converge again. Actually, so when these prices converge again, like 500 coming to 450 and yeah, basically 400 coming to 450, then and it happens due to mean reversion. So mean reversion is one of the mathematical model which is used by quant funds. If something is deviating a lot from the mean, it will come to the mean. So that's what a mean reversion is. Either the mean will go to that price or price will come to the mean. Okay. uh, so that's what a mean reversion is. Price will come to the mean because mean is the actual a price, or it's not the actual price, but it is the price which it is supposed to be ideally. Okay. And speculation drives the price up, but again, when speculation drives up and profits are booked, then price comes to the mean again. Okay. So that's one, statistical arbitrage and pairs trading. Convertible bond arbitrage we have discussed. Market neutral portfolios also is another strategy, which is long short portfolios with beta near zero. Basically, this removes market direction risk, profit only from relative performance or pricing inefficiencies. Okay. He also formed this Kelly criteria for optimal bet sizing. So if you want to determine, what is an optimal bet size, okay, like for an example is, an example is, let's say you're flipping a coin, and which is 50-50% probability. Okay, but if you get heads, you gain 2 rupees, and if you get tails, you lose 1 rupee. Okay, so the risk to reward is 1 is to 2. The probability of pop is 50-50. What is the optimal bet sizing? So that's what, if you want to capture, then this formula will give you that. Okay, so fraction of capital to bet is basically odds received on bet. Okay, so odds received on bet, which is 1 is to 2, and bet is 1. Okay, 1 is to 2 means which is b equal to 1 here. Okay, and probability of winning, which is 50%. Okay, or zero point 0.5. Okay, and q equal to 1 minus p. So that is what is the formula. If you apply that for r1, uh, odds received on bet, okay, and probability of winning, okay, and 1 minus p, which is probability of winning, right? So 1 minus p is q is 1 minus zero point 0.5 in our case, which is zero point 0.5. Okay, and odds received on bet is basically again, probability of profit is zero point 0.5 here, and if you win you will get 2. So 1 minus zero point 0.5, which is zero point 0.5 by uh, 2 actually. So because we are taking b as 2 here, okay, because the risk to reward is 1 is to 2, so zero point 0.5 by 2 basically, so which is 0.25. So that's what is the optimal bet size. So you need to bet 0.25 to, that's the optimal bet size. That's just an example. This is what he has found, and his stock market models are. I just wanted to cover this as a part of our hedge fund series. Okay, and he's a very influential person in the quant model world. He is the one who has invented this card counting thing, as well as convertible bond arbitrage, statistical arbitrage, and he's written books like Beat the Market, which are very famous and have been inspiration to the Citadel, Kenneth Griffin, as well as he's an inspiration to even Jim Simons, who is basically running the Renaissance Capital Fund. So that's it for today, guys. So this is what Ed Thorpe we have discussed regarding in the hedge fund series. Thanks for joining the call. Have a nice day. Bye.